she does have orthostatic, okay, hypotension. Because when you sat down, it was 144/50, and when you stood up, it was 100/50, okay? So that's orthostasis, that's orthostatic hypotension. So sitting, that's 144/50, and then standing, it's 100/50. So you gotta be really careful, because when you sit and you stand up, your pressure has to go really quick, otherwise you're gonna get very dizzy and lightheaded. So you gotta do it slowly, and when you get up, you need to lean one of your hand
Yeah,
onto something,
I do.
okay?
Both of
And
them.
then you must use your walker.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a walker?
Yeah.
Okay, you must use your walker at all times.
I use this thing here, yeah.
She doesn't have a walker?
She
Yeah,
has
I
a
do,
wheelchair,
but-
walker, and basket. She
No.
prefers the
But
basket.
I like this because I could put my purse in there. I don't-
Okay, but at home when you're moving around going, well, I don't know about this. This is not.
She's been using it for like 15 years. I mean,
I had my purse in there, and that gives it some weight on the bottom.
Because you really need it to kind of balance you too. I don't know how much balance this gives you. And this can go, this can slide away from you.
That was my purse in it, because my purse is heavy.
I know. Well,
Rather that I use my walker?
I do.
Okay,
I really do.
okay.
My sister was concerned that her blood pressure medication is set for a person who's 150.
Well, no, I haven't addressed the blood pressure. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna address that, okay? So you need to get up slowly. You need to lean your hand, one hand on something,
I do.
and the other hand on your walker. You need to use your walker, okay? And you get up very slowly, because right now you have what we call orthostasis or orthostatic hypertension. Her bottom number is low. She needs to increase her fluid intake, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You gotta drink a lot more water to get your pressure up a little bit, okay? Because your bottom number is low, okay? So what we can do is, but you see how her top number is like 144?
Of course.
Let me see, yeah, let's see, so she's on, I think the only thing is really is metoprolol, well, Losartan, she's on Losartan. Have you been taking the Losartan?
She calls it Eliquest.
No, Eliquis is a blood thinner.
Okay.
Losartan, remember you take
Yeah.
that twice a day? And then you take the metoprolol for your heart
Uh-huh.
twice a day. Have you been taking that? Can we confirm?
I don't think twice a day.
Okay, tell me what you've been taking so I know how to.
I think once a day. And Losartan, I
Losartan.
take that when my blood pressure gets high, right?
Well, no, you're supposed to take that twice a day.
I know, but if my blood pressure is too low, then,
Well, tell me what you've been taking so I know how to adjust your medicine, because I know
Mm.
sometimes sometimes you take your medicine your own way.
yeah. Well, I've been taking a Losartan when my blood pressure gets high, and I think
Okay.
I need it.
So this is what we can do. So I have listed that she's on Losartan, okay, and metoprolol, okay? Those are your two blood pressure medicine. Metoprolol is also for your heart, okay? What we can do is, let's just stop the Losartan altogether and just keep that baby dose that she's taking for her heart, which is also blood pressure medicine, is called metoprolol. You take that twice a day, right?
I think I've been just taking it once a day.
You only been taking it once? Okay, so that's fine. Just keep that because that's for your heart too. So if you've been only taking it once a day, let's just keep that once a day. But let's stop the Losartan,
Okay.
okay? And then we're gonna check our blood pressure, okay? Check it maybe twice a day, morning and evening, okay? And keep a log, okay?
Yeah, I do have.
You
one.
can call me if it's way too high, okay? But let's see if we can bring it up, okay? Let's see if we can-
diastolic.
the diastolic, okay?
And
And
when you
she's
say-
gonna start drinking a lot more water,
Yeah.
okay?
Can you describe what way too high is? Is that systolic?
Yeah.
Is that diastolic?
Diastolic, obviously the diastolic, so anything greater than 160
For diastolic?
for systolic,
Okay,
the top number,
yes.
okay?
Yep.
Yeah, because right now we're getting what, 50, right? We're
For
getting
the
50.
diastolic.
For the diastolic, yeah.
So if she's
At the
at
top
one,
number,
if her systolic is 165, we need to call you.
yeah, if it's way too high. Because remember, I'm taking away the medicine.
Of course,
I'm taking away blood pressure medicine to see how high we can get it up,
of course,
okay? But we are worried about the top number too,
of
you
course.
see? All right, so let's stop losartan. I don't know how, if you're still taking it or still taking it as needed, just stop altogether. Let's just keep one dose of the metoprolol. Let's let your blood pressure go up, okay? And then you're gonna drink a lot more water, okay? 8 glasses of water a day, okay? Call me if the top number is like, you know, greater than 160, 165, okay? And let me know, okay?
Mhm.
We're gonna schedule eating, okay? We're gonna schedule eating, okay? Get something to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? But yes, when your blood pressure is like this, it will make you very tired, especially when you're sitting and going up to stand. You may feel lightheaded and dizzy. That's why it's really important to use that walker, not this, and lean and get up slowly, okay? Because we don't want you to have a fall, okay? That's the main thing, okay? And then we should do, so I looked at the blood work that they just recently did when you were in the hospital on the 13 or 15. It looked okay, but she's on thyroid medicine as well, and then we need to check all of that, okay?
What do you need to check?
Thyroid,
Oh,
your thyroid levels, okay? Because if that's off, it can make you tired.
now, what's the medicine I take for that?
Synthroid,
What is it?
also known as levothyroxine.
Yeah, that I,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You're on 100 mcg. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's for my thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have hypo or hyperthyroid?
She's got hypo.
Okay.
She's got underactive thyroid, okay? And then the heart, you have a cardiologist appointment
Not on Thursday.
Thursday at 2:00,
Thursday,
Dr. Yunt.
cardio, Thursday, this Thursday, right? Okay, because we need to make sure a pacemaker, heart-wise, that you're good. Let me listen to your heart. Okay, deep breaths, deep breaths. Okay, your lung sounds fine, heart sounds stable, okay?
Is there any chance this could be an issue with her pig valve, the artificial valve that they had put in 20 years ago?
That would be a good question for a cardiologist this
Yeah,
Thursday.
I'll ask him Thursday.
But her heart though sounds regular.
Great.
Mhm. Just, you know, on auscultation, it sounds regular. But I don't know, you know, what they do to, if she haven't had an ultrasound of heart, that may be something that they may wanna get done, but of course I'm gonna defer that to her cardiologist. You know, if you haven't had a heart ultrasound, that probably needs to be done. It's given your fatigue and your, you know, whatnot, or they may do a stress test. I mean, I would imagine the ultrasound of the heart, because then they'll be able to look at the heart valves and everything.
Okay.
I don't really know how they, you know, how they follow up on those things. To me, it makes sense, the heart ultrasound.
Okay.
Okay, okay, good, okay? So why don't we do this? Let's schedule her follow-up to see me in a month, okay? In a
Okay.
month. Come in with your little log, okay, because I want you to check your blood pressure and everything. And then let's see, okay? So when you come back in a month, I want to see weight gain, okay? Weight gain. The other thing too is adding Ensure, or, you know,
Yes.
like,
I was gonna ask you about that.
yes, I actually want you to maybe, if we can, supplement 2 meals with 2 Ensure a day.
When you say supplement, that's not replacing, that's addition.
Correct. Good for you.
Say that again.
Supplement. Okay, we're not talking about replacing meals, we're talking about supplementing, okay? Meaning, in addition to eating your lunch, you drink 1 bottle of Ensure, and then for dinner, eat your dinner and then supplement it with another bottle.
Okay.
Because that's a few more 100 calories per day, multiplied by 30 days, at the end of the month, you should be able to pick up a lot more pounds just from that alone,
Okay, good.
okay?
Yeah,
And that's what we wanna see, we wanna see you picking up weight, okay?
right.
And,
Me too, because my clothes are
Right.
getting too big on
Yeah.
me.
okay? We need to get that pressure up, okay? And we need to recheck her thyroid and stuff. Can you bring her back tomorrow for blood work?
Tomorrow?
Mhm.
Can we do it Thursday?
Yeah, we can. Perfect.
What?
We're gonna bring you back for some blood work on Thursday.
Thursday I have the cardio
Yeah.
appointment.
Exactly.
Thursday for blood work, okay? All right. Okay? All right. Good.
Thank you
Any
so much,
question?
Dr. Viv. No, you've answered
Okay.
everything.
Okay, good. Okay? No, seriously, a lot of time, just dehydration can compound your problem.
Seems
And then
like
you do the $1 million workup, it comes down to she's not really drinking enough, eating enough. And for her to be really, in SNF for 3 weeks, hospitalized for 1 week for having just a viral illness and SNF, that's a long time. It's someone her age is gonna take her time to get back to poor. But in the meantime, we don't wanna compound the problem by not eating, not getting enough calories, so, so you just do your best, okay?
Grandma, you went to Denny's today, and from my perspective, you did really good at the grocery store. So I feel like Dr. Vu is correct that eating and drinking water is the key to your
Oh,
success.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Water itself. When we have someone sick and they're dehydrated, we send them to the ER, they just get 1 or 2 bags of IV fluid, all of a sudden they perk up.
I can't believe she didn't get that at the hospital. She did not get any IV at the hospital. I'm kind of kicking myself, but
I would have to review what was,
it's okay. I'm not upset with
Yeah.
anybody. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's it's unfortunate that
Yeah,
we didn't catch that
Yeah.
like a month ago.
yeah. Just IV fluid in someone who has not been eating, drinking, really perks people up. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if you're not eating, we always tell you push the fluid.
Oh.
Fluid, that's the key. If you can get fluid in, you're doing good. So the key is the fluid. It really is. We want you to eat, but
Do you
you
think
push the fluid.
regular water is better than fruity water?
Well, you can drink that if you want, but in the day, yes, I prefer water. Okay? Because all the other stuff, I don't know what's in all the other stuff. Maybe a lot of sugar,
There's no. We don't give her the sugary stuff.
You
We
know?
give her the chemical stuff that make you feel like you're drinking
Yeah.
the sugary stuff.
Yeah. So I'm really against all this sugar-free chemical stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't promote it at all. I used to promote sugar-free stuff like over a decade ago. Okay, but you would never hear me say sugar-free whatever. Because everything went sugar-free over a decade ago because
Yeah.
everybody's trying to get healthier.
Right.
Well, now all the studies are coming out showing a high correlation between people who consume the sugar-free stuff and cancer
Yeah, that's no surprise.
because you're drinking chemical.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Chemical.
We're hoping at this age that the over the use of all these chemicals is not going to catch up to her. That's our hope.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say too, at 92, honestly, you have whatever you wanna have.
But you can have whatever you want to have, Grandma,
Oh,
at 92. But you gotta eat it and drink it.
Yeah, seriously.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Wherever that drink that you're talking about, go for it. Okay? Because I know you get some fluid, okay? I'd rather you drink 8 bottles of that a day than nothing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. So
Okay?
I should come back in a month, but you want to do blood test tomorrow?
Thursday.
Thursday.
He's gonna bring you back on Thursday, okay?
Okay. Well, I
Okay.
have to go to the cardiologist on Thursday.
I'll
He's
schedule
gonna
it.
figure it out.
Okay.
Are we good to go?
Yes.